I've heard it said, Charlie, that the school year is actually designed to fit in with farming life, and that the breaks you have, the holidays you have, are to allow youngsters to go home and work on the farm instead of lazing about in school. You were working on the farm from no age.
Oh, heavens, aye. You were out there, well, doing wee things that, they maybe weren't, but it wasn't what you were doing, it's what you were keeping a man for him today. And therefore you were contributing. But it was a lot of manual stuff in it. It was all very romantic news when you look at it now, the DVD, but it was a modern match.
Yes. There would have been cows on the farm, but there was more than one name for them.
Well, the whole thing collectively was beasts. And then you get stirks, bullocks, heifers and kye. And calves, of course. But the kye was the end that was milking. I think that's my idea of them anyway.
Yes. People didn't have coal or oil or apart from being used maybe paraffin oil.
Aye, for the lamp.
The majority of heat and the heat in the home was dug into the moss.
That was all peats. The only concession being the paraffin oil for the lamp. But no, the peats, I don't know Fookie's romantic ideas about the moss. That was hard going.
My recollection is the midges were eating you from morning to night.
Well, they get worse in the evening.
And your weltons were cutting the legs off you.
You're scattered. No, if you start, well, you think about the way to the moss was the roading. Then you go to the length of the bank. You had the bank bottom.
You hired a bank, or you bought a bank, or you leased it for a
I think leasing's as close as you would get.
For a season.
And that fee that you paid for that was known as Turberry.
Now there's a fella was telling me there was more turf spades than the Logan spade. That the Logan spade was only one sort of turf spade.
A Logan spade I would never even said was a peat spade. But there was a big difference in whether you were cutting down or cutting breasting in front of you, pushing with your shoulder.
And you had to avoid the top, because that was what we called the flow.
That was parents and flow. But you cut a whin off that there way. We termed the ordinary spade the broad spade. And you cut a whin of that, and they were called bread feet. They were burnable, but nothing of the quality of the other boys. But they burnt, and they were good for lighting her up. And then you know the process. Threw a lot of that into last year's bank bottom, brought that up, that made your bottom spread feel.
Now, Charlie, I'm wondering, do you mind boys casting seed to plant seed in the spring? I think it's technically called broadcasting.
Broadcasting, it's sowing out of rubber. But they'll buy so do a fiddle.
Oh, the
An
fiddle.
ingenious bit of machinery. If well enough, the cross motion with the lip and the string, sent the wee fan turntable, anti-clock,
Oh,
and your stride and everything was crucial to getting that spread just perfect.
do you mind horse ploughing, Charlie?
Just a bit.
It's just on the edge of my memory.
Aye.
And people are very proud. People are very proud of their horse ploughing.
No, folk were very conscious of that. Even the pretty drills. You see pretty drills now? No, I couldn't be doing with them. Because we were taught the other way. They had to be perfectly straight. If you hit a stone or something in a wee ski, they would nearly went back
And redone it.
and shoveled that back right.
Yes.
Because you were only getting maybe a wee side kick. They would have went back and shoveled that back straight. And the only reason ever I got was the neighbours will see that when they're gone to the moss. What the odds? But it seemed to be a powerful odds.
No, that's right.